I'm absolutely gonna regret doing this, but in this video I'm about to expose a $135,000 money printer. I'm talking about the exact funnel that helped us generate over 135 grand from one single webinar, okay? Not in a year, not in a month, but in one single week from one webinar. The exact funnel that got us an 8.3x ROAS consistently and a 5.2x ROAS for another client. The same funnel that's scaling our clients to multiple six figures a month, and the exact funnel that lets us acquire $12,000 pay in full for as little as literally $2,000 customer acquisition cost. That's a 6x ROAS, by the way. You see this? This is the entire funnel that I'm talking about, okay? Mapped out A to Z on this wonderful My Report. And at the end of this video, this is literally gonna be used. I'm handing you this for free, okay? This is literally stuff that I would be charging other consulting clients thousands of dollars for. So here's my promise. At the end of this video, you will know exactly why this cold webinar funnel, and I'm talking about this version here, okay, is by far the best funnel to run, hands down, in 2026. I will show you why this funnel helps battle all the problems that most advertisers have when it comes to running ads. I'm talking lead quality, ROAS, tracking, and scaling. And I will show you how we launch done-for-you webinars in as little as 14 days for our clients that are gonna absolutely print. So if you run ads, if you have a coaching business, if you have a marketing agency, this is gonna be absolutely game-changing for you. With that being said, let's get right into it. Yeah, so some proof up front. As you can see, we've scaled this e-commerce coaching offer to $133,000 in cash with one webinar, okay? Screenshot is here below. $167,000 revenue, $135,000 cash collected. Then we scaled this coaching offer, Amazon Brazil, from 0 to 114K a month, okay? Literally completely from scratch, as you can see here down below. But more than 90% of this is cash collected. And then we scaled this sales coaching offer from 20K a month to 97K a month, as you can see right here below, okay? So just some proof up front that you see I'm not just some random kid on the internet bullshitting, as literally 90% in the info space right now. We've also hosted a massive organic trading webinar for this dude here, 63%, AI automation webinar, direct checkout webinar. Yeah, so I've not only done this once, okay, and then bragging about it, I've done this various times for different clients over and over again in completely different niches, okay? So why should you even consider running a webinar? Why are webinars right now one of the best opportunities, and why should you quickly hop on the trend if you haven't done it yet? Because we are literally living in a trust recession right now, okay? The market is absolutely saturated. That is literally thanks to a bunch of fake gurus who have burned people before. As you know, I think all of us probably know somebody who's got burned by any type of business coaching program before, whether it was trading, e-commerce, Shopify, whatsoever, right? So a lot of leads notice they get burned themselves, or they know somebody who's got burned, or they've seen all the reels about this. They're missing trust, okay? Because 90% of the space is just straight up fake, right? And that's exactly why call funnels, okay? So we all know call funnels. This is essentially a VSL funnel where we have a headline, a sub-headline, a VSL, type from application embedded, as you can see over here, some student testimonials, then another CTA. Why these are becoming harder than ever to scale profitably, simply because of this trust recession. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about call funnels as a 5 to 25 minute long pre-recorded video, okay? So somebody clicks on your ad, clicks on your Instagram reel, clicks on your Instagram bio, whatsoever, okay? And sees a 5 to 25 minute long pre-recorded sales video, okay? So literally no interactivity, no engagement. It's an automated sales asset, and it's very, very aggressive selling. It pushes directly to booking a call. And these leads, keep in mind, these leads, they don't know you, they don't trust you, and they don't know who you are, okay? So they literally they haven't even seen you before, and you're instantly sending them to a 5 to 25 minute video, and straight up after this, yo, join my book and a free strategy call for my offer, and then trying to pitch them something like a 5 to 20K ticket offer on the call, okay, right? And these leads straight up have never seen you before. This is exactly why we do the exact opposite, okay? And we do the exact opposite through webinars. You got to think about webinars as a massive lead magnet, okay? And for those of you who already want to see the funnel, give me a second, okay? I'm going to show you everything, the entire ad strategy, everything in just a second, as I promised in the intro, okay? Now, you got to understand this first. Webinars are a massive lead magnet, okay? They are the biggest trust builders I've ever seen. 90-minute live event, Q&A on objection handling. You engage with the chat. You call out names. You answer questions. You stop between the webinar to answer a question. Leads see you before buying. They see you in real time. You stumbling around, you making mistakes, you just being normal and human, okay? Very, very important thing. And obviously a webinar is a live event, so it has a lot of urgency as well. And most important thing, webinars also re-engage lost leads. So what are lost leads? Leads are leads that are in your pipeline, anywhere in your system, that are floating around, maybe came in from your VSL funnel, they get re-engaged through the webinar campaign because Meta is always going to go for the lowest cost per conversion. This is mostly going to be leads that have already engaged with your profile previously. So it's going to re-engage them, send them to this webinar. They're going to get a lot of value, and you're going to push a lot of leads over the fence that are still in your pipeline. And they have by far the highest PIF rates because they are a live event. As you can see over here, we've only run webinars for this client, zooming up way too much. As you can see, most of the money is literally coming in upfront as cash, which is exactly what we want, so we can reinvest this money into scaling. Okay, so when you think about scaling a business, you could have a business that makes most of the money on the back end, and then you will obviously scale slower, or you can have a business that makes a lot of money up front, then you reinvest money, then you scale, you reinvest money, you scale, but you need money up front to be able to reinvest, okay? And obviously webinars put you in a unique selling position in the market. If everybody has a VSL funnel and you're the only one doing live events, leads will prefer you a lot more because you're actually taking yourself the time, 2 hours a week, 1.5 hours a week, okay, which literally isn't that much regarding the ROI that you can make. You could even automate it. I'm not the biggest fan of automated webinars, but anyways, and it boosts also all your other funnels because it is a live event. Leads are nurtured. They are still in your ecosystem. Even if they don't buy, they've seen you live. So later when they get a retargeting ad or a DM funnel or an email, they will be more likely to buy. As we all know, Hormozi has shattered a world record with his last book launch and made over $105 million with a live event. Jason Fladley, the guy who will help Alex Hormozi with his webinar, has generated over $250 million with webinars. Brooke Hiddink makes $5 million a month with webinars. These are automated, by the way. And Stemar, above the par in the Amazon coaching space, scaled from $200K to $1 million a month with cold webinars. They're running them weekly for what I know right now, right? Okay, and as you can see, we've done it as well for various clients. And I've literally developed our own webinar system that works extremely well on cold traffic. And I'm going to lay it down right now here in this video. I will show you exactly with what done for you webinar funnel we're building in 14 days for our clients. And then I will show you the exact ad strategy that we literally run to get 4x ROAS, 5x ROAS, 6x ROAS, 8x ROAS consistently for our clients, okay? I will show you how we solve bottlenecks, how we decrease our ad costs, increase our ROAS, and the entire tracking system that we're using. So with that being said, guys, here's the exact done for you webinar funnel build. The first thing that we always do for our clients is we build the entire funnel, okay? And we get this live within 14 days. So we build the registration page. As you can see for this e-commerce coaching, this is one of the registration pages that we've used, okay? Nothing special, just a very clean, good, high converting registration page with Instagram autofill. Then we build the confirmation page. This here is the confirmation page, okay? With a link to add it to the calendar and to join the WhatsApp group. We built something like a VIP ticket upsell to liquidate some of the ad spend up front and overall attract higher quality leads, where we also have something like an OTO upsell call, okay? So they get a call with our setter, with our closers in this case, where they try to upsell them on the high ticket offer after the webinar. And then we've also got something like a replay page where we do 3 days of replay promo, basically re-engage leads. And we get generally something like 10 to 15% of the call volume from that replay sequence as well, because we also have tailored replay ads and so on, right? Now, then we build out a 300 plus slide presentation for our clients, okay? And this is literally handwritten. I see so many people creating presentations with Claude right now. And yeah, Claude can write an HTML. It can create presentations, but it can't write excellent copy. Every single word needs to move your leads closer to buying, okay? So as you can see over here, these are a couple of the webinar presentations that we've built in the past for clients. So we built this entire thing out from scratch, and we want to make sure it's absolutely dialed in, because the webinar is literally the heart of this entire webinar funnel. And without a good webinar, you will lose a lot of people on the presentation itself, which is why we generally see something like 15 to 20% call booking rates on our webinars, okay? Sometimes even higher. Now look, then we build something like 25 to 30 video ads, and we do the entire media buying. And as you can see, we've got a bunch of different formats. We'll get into this later as well in the ad section of this video. And we write the entire email copy, ad copy, landing page copy, like literally every single thing for our clients from scratch. When the clients have something like an organic audience, okay, and we also like to do something like launch one webinar for cold and organic, then take the money that comes in from organic and reinvest it into scaling with ads. And as you can see, we build out the entire Instagram story sequences. This is, by the way, one that I built for myself. As you can see, they're all really, really pretty dialed in, okay? And yeah, then we also implement an entire show-up system. There's something like 18 value dense emails, WhatsApp nurturing groups, due diligence, confirmation pages, Hammer ads. As you can see over here, this is the entire workflow we use. We've got a full due diligence page, right, with a bunch of interviews, questions, and a full WhatsApp nurturing group as well, okay, and a full Hammer strategy that we essentially use to get leads to show up, okay, because leads need to be nurtured. After they've opted in for the webinar, they gotta get nurtured, and this is exactly what we do here, okay. Now, then the next thing is we also do CSM and sales management for our clients. So we create dedicated channels, we place something like a sales manager, we even place a sales team, and we've got full automations to tell us exactly what happened. And every single closer needs to submit a sales report form so we know exactly what happened on the call. They're going to link their Fathom, and it's going to go directly in our Slack channel or in our Discord. So we see exactly, first of all, also we've got something like a UTM wizard, so we see exactly which ad the lead came from this call. Okay, so we already know it exactly in place, and we don't got to go manually in there and search it. Saves a lot of time. And we see exactly what went wrong for this call. Okay, what happened, so we know exactly what to fix and where our bottlenecks are and the sales side of things, okay? Yeah, so as you can see right here, we installed an entire tracking system for all of our clients based on all the webinar performance. So we see exactly how much money we spent per webinar, what impressions were, our link clicks, or user registrations. We see the exact per registration, sign-up rate, so essentially the landing page conversion rate, live attendees, cost per live attendee, peak attendees, ad pitch, okay? Book calls, live calls, closes, cash collected. We see the traffic source breakdown because sometimes, even if we do a paid webinar, sometimes we also get some organic. Okay, we see the per performance, so book calls, live show, per ad, the exact call show per ad, close, cash, ROAS as well. Okay, so let me go to the now real quick. For example, as you can see over here, we see most of the leads that closed came from this one, and we got a 4.7x ROAS on this, for example, right? We see the exact retention timeline on the webinar. This is, by the way, all I won't show you our real data right now. We see the closer performance per closer, the AOV, the close rate, okay, and how much we're spending per webinar, where our bottlenecks are, which ads are working, so we can double down on them. Tracking, crucial. Yeah, so in 14 days, we get this entire thing set up. So tracking system, CSM, sales management, organic launch sequence, show up system, email copy, ad copy, landing page copy, 25 to 30 video ads, all the media buying, funnel build, and 300 slide presentations, right? The 8.3x ROAS that we got for this e-commerce business coaching offer was obviously fully cold traffic. The 5.2x ROAS for this Amazon coaching offer, cold traffic. And we literally destroy all the problems that every cold funnel has. Problem number one here is lead quality. So that's literally the biggest struggle when you're running ads. Most leads that you're going to attract are literally, they no-show, they cancel, and they aren't even aware of what you're actually selling, okay? Sometimes they're just so confused. We fix this through in-market messaging, okay? Instead of going with the messaging, just make more money online, we target the 4% in-market demographic of your market, okay? So these are leads that are already experiencing pain points of the business model. So they're actively looking for solutions. They invested in the business model because they already have a business, right? They're looking for your solution. They're looking for your help. This is crucial. These are in-market leads. So these are leads who already know that Amazon is the right thing for them, for example. Leads who are looking for help. Leads who are researching. Leads who are struggling to get suppliers, products, etc. Okay? So what we do essentially is we target these leads through our ads in our messaging, which gets us leads for capital, leads with a way higher intent, and leads with less friction. And we literally force Meta to get us this high quality leads through our creatives. So when we have all eligible ads in here, okay, what's basically going to happen when your ad messaging is green, Meta is going to say this is a green ad, and a green ad will be matched to person number one, to the green person, which is, for example, age 20, college dropout, exploring new opportunities, because your ad messaging says this, okay? When your ad is a blue ad, it will get matched to the blue person here, which is 62, retired, exploring new opportunities. Do we want these people in the funnel? No. Have a purple ad, which has this exact messaging, it will get matched to person number 3, practicing a business model, looking for scaling advice. It is at 150K income a year. This is the exact person we want. So after switching from make money online to targeting in market, we scaled this Amazon business coach to over $114,000 a month, right? By the way. Now, the next big problem, okay, once we solve lead quality through in-market messaging, is going to be the ad costs, because a lot of offers are running below a 2x, right? That means you have no real margins for the offer owner, and there's just no reason you want to do this entire info business if your margins are absolutely cooked, okay? It just makes absolutely no sense. So a lot of coaches are struggling with high ad costs. We fix this through a content native ad strategy. Through ads that look native to the advertising platform, ads that stop the scroll and get pushed by the algo. On average, 40% hook rate and 20% hold rate. So 20% leads who get until the 50% mark of a video. And by the way, our videos are nearly something like 2 minutes long. The average KPI for hold rate is 10%, and the average KPI for hook rate was, I think, 20%, right? As you can see from Meta, promoting positive user experience, because ads may be delivered to people in their feed from pages or accounts they don't follow, we want to help assure that they don't detract from the overall experience. Some content native ads, which is exactly what we do, okay? And as you can see right here, We lower our cost through different native ad formats, through comment pin, for example, through whiteboard ads, through hooks, through green screen ads, through split screen testimonials, through visual hooks, B-roll, Reddit reviews, okay? This gets us overall CPMs, a lower cost per clicks, lower cost per results, and a higher ROAS, okay? Because keep in mind, very, very important thing to understand, Meta Andromeda punishes creative similarity. Creative similarity always lets you hit the same audience pool, okay? Your ads essentially get the same entity ID, right? So 50 ads, one auction ticket. But when your ads look diverse, they have different formats. And one of the most crucial things, different formats, different avatars, they're going to get 10 different auction tickets, which allow you to target a way broader audience and essentially to help you scale your ads. This is where you really scale your ads, okay? So you get lower CPMs because you're getting in front of more people. Lower CPMs mean lower cost per click, mean lower cost per results, mean ROAS. And this is how simple it is. And just by making it look native, as you can see, this just nearly looks like content. We also get rewarded by Meta by making our ads fit with positive user experience. Another thing, right? And this is how we increase our ROAS. Now we're getting a high lead quality, we're getting a good ROAS, but how do we actually scale? By tracking and then doubling down on what actually works. Because without a tracking system, you can't scale. Small bottlenecks, so very, very small bottlenecks can lead to huge problems. So you'll be burning money for months without knowing why you can't scale, right? And we install for all of our clients something like our in-house tracking system. I've already showed you one version of this for the webinars. I will show you how we do this for call funnels and for other funnels as well, because this is another insane tracking system, okay? Which allows us to know exactly which ads lead to sales, where we should double down on winning angles, okay? Then we just map out all the funnel metrics into one dashboard, and we can literally solve bottlenecks within seconds. Like bottlenecks literally become obvious within seconds. So as you can see right now, I'm just going to show you this call funnel dashboard here. So yeah, as you can see, this is the exact dashboard that I have for my call funnels, and you see there's a lot of data in place. And one feature that I absolutely love is the Meta Ads custom view. So essentially, I see the exact campaign running right now, and I can see the exact ad set, and then per ad set I see the ads that are within this ad set, and I see, okay, here's your cash per ad, here's your calls per ad, here's your registrations per ad, here's your ROAS per ad, okay? So you see exactly which ad set, which campaign, okay, right now is getting us the highest ROAS, and it also fills top money makers per funnel, VSL funnel, other funnels, webinar funnel, all funnels, okay? So I see exactly which funnels the money's coming from and which ads are the top money makers. So I see number 7 is the ad that we want to scale. So this is the angle that's working for us right now extremely, extremely well. So we want to double down on this and make more money with it. And I can even split test data. I see all the cash collect UTMs, the calls by UTM data. I can split test VSLs if I'm running a VSL funnel, for example, right? I see the play rate, retention rate. I see literally every single metric that I actually need to be able to scale my business reliably and to be able to fix massive bottlenecks. Because what a lot of people don't have in mind is that small bottlenecks can have a huge impact. So when we look at this, this is one of the bottleneck calculators install for clients. Is, let's say your bottleneck is your CPM, okay, and your CPM is at 100. If you don't know this, if you don't know that your CPM is 100, you don't know why you're just, in this case, still making $86,000, which is good on a $10,000 spend. Maybe let me just, the landing page conversion rate is way too high. Let me put it to 5. When you're making $20,000, so a 2x ROAS, but if you could just figure that your CPMs, your bottleneck here, and decrease it to 50, you would already make $38,000. So you would double what you'd be making before just by identifying your bottleneck and solving it, okay? Oh, another thing. Now, another thing, let's say your click-through rate is your bottleneck, okay? That means your ads aren't working. Your ads are maybe too long. Maybe the hook isn't good. The retention isn't good. You need to do a more micro bottleneck analysis here. Let's say you can get your click-through rate from 1%, okay, at 13,000 generated, to what we generally see across our clients is click-through rate 3%. You would already make $37,000. So you would literally 3x what you're making, okay? Let's say your landing page conversion is at, let me just pull the CPMs a bit down. Okay, CPM something like 60, 2% click-through rate, which is still quite fine. Landing page conversion rate is something like, let's say 2.5%. You would literally double what you're making in cash generate. And the exact same thing is true for sharp rates, exact same thing is true for close rates. Also, your ticket price plays a role, obviously. So you need to have a look at all the bottlenecks. This is what I want to say. Small bottlenecks can have huge impacts. And if you aren't aware of what your bottlenecks are, you can't fix them and you don't know how to scale reliably. And especially if you're spending your own money, you want to have these bottlenecks fixed. So this is the exact system that we install whenever we run ads for clients. Okay, lead quality system, ROAS system, tracking system, as well. And that's exactly how we've been able to scale various clients to over 6 figures a month. And if you want the exact same thing for you, if you want this exact done for you webinar funnel built for the exact ad strategy that I broke down here in this video, free to reach out to me. It's simon.asman on Instagram. I put all the links in the bio, so just click below in the bio or book in a call directly with me on my Calendly link. And if you like this video, okay, then definitely give it a like, subscribe, follow me for more. I'm just sharing value here in this channel, and share this video with anyone who wants to run a webinar or who's running webinars and they suck and they just want to learn why and want to learn how to scale. Then feel free to check this video out. With that being said, guys, take care.